Hi, in this video we'll be continuing with the C# video tutorials. In this video we'll be going over the lab to practice the few concepts that we learned, the last few concepts in the notes. So if you're looking for that, that's in the C# playlist before this video. So I've already created the form because we've done the same thing pretty much. There isn't any new controls that we've learned. So I'll just tell you what's happening here. Sorry, so which one is this? Okay. So we have just two text boxes. Actually, how many text boxes do we have? Did I make three? I think I made 3 text boxes by accident. Okay, so there's 3. There's supposed to be 2 text boxes here, 1, 2. So the identifier for this is Miles text box with camel cased. So it's camel cased. This one is gallons text box. This one is MPG label, so it's a label. The third one. It also it would have a border style set to fixed angle as well. These two just have the font size increased. So this is just a label with no identifier. This is a label with no identifier. This is a label with no identifier. So there's 2 buttons. Calculate MPG. That's it's button. So it's called. Sorry, the identifier is called calculate button. This button is just called exit button. So that's pretty much it. I accidentally clicked that label by accident, so might have to fix that. If not, so we'll just start by clicking this button, double clicking it to generate the event handler. Well, part of the event handler, so we have private void calculate button underscore click, takes parameter object sender comma event args e. So we'll just comment out the exception. Then let's just write the code for this event handler. So we have, sorry, let's just see what I have here. Okay. So I'm working in just a new solution. This is just whatever example, or lab number 18, whatever. Form, so it's just, these are our using statements. Public partial class, form 1, inherits from form. Public form 1, that's the constructor. Call this method initialize component. Then we have here, this should probably be deleted, that's fine. So private void this calculate button underscore click. So we'll just write the code for that. So we'll have 3 local variables: double miles, double gallons, and double MPG, so miles per gallon. So here we'll say if double dot try parse, passing in gallons text box dot text comma out gallons. So we're going to save the output to the gallons double variable. So again, this is going to check if this statement returns true. If it returns true, we'll proceed in, which means that the conversion worked, the data conversion worked. Then we'll proceed into the inner block. Then here we'll have another if double dot try parse, passing in gallons text box. Whoops, I think I messed up. This one should be miles text box. Sorry. So if double dot try parse, passing in miles text box dot text out, will pass in here for we'll pass in miles here. So if double dot try parse, miles text box dot text comma out gallons. So if that's true, then we'll call if double dot try parse gallons text box dot text. First parameter, second parameter will be out gallons. Right, and then here another if. We'll open the if. Nope, I lied. No, yeah, actually that's right. If, we'll open the if, then say mpg points to miles divided by gallons. Then underneath that, we'll have mpg label dot text points to mpg dot toString, passing in the formatting string n1 for number of decimals should be 1 to 1 decimal place. Then underneath that, else. Whoops. So else message box dot show invalid input per gallons text box. So then that's our false case, and then we'll have another one down here. Whoops. Message box dot show. What happened with that? We'll say the string, open a string, literal will say invalid input for miles. Message box dot show invalid input for miles. Exit button. So go to the designer. Whoops, what is that? Click the designer, go for the double click the exit button. So I'll generate that event handler, comment that out. Here we'll comment that out, and then here we'll have this dot close to close the form. Whoops. That should be all. So pretty much self-explanatory. I don't think we need to run this because we know what's happening. So what's going to happen is that enter the number of miles driven. So if we enter, okay, maybe I should show this. Let's just see. No, actually no, we don't need to. So what's going to happen is that we're going to enter something here, enter the number of miles driven, right? Why is there more than one text box? Yes, there is. Okay, so if something is wrong, so what's going to happen here? So if we have our event handler, what happens in an event? It listens for an event. They don't really talk about that too much. But in for example Java, they talk about the event waiting to listen to something. So it's imagine an ear is just like listening, right? So the ear is listening. The event has an ear. Oh no, sorry. This event handler has an ear. So it's waiting for an event to occur. So it's just gonna sit there and listen. Once finally that the event, what's the event in this case? The event is calculate button underscore click. That means it's waiting for the click event to occur. So it's waiting to listen. It's basically listening and waiting for someone to click this button. So once someone clicks the button, then it responds to the click event. In that case, then, once the click event occurs and it hears that in response to it, then it defines 3 local variables. Then it says, okay, well, if the calculate button, so if the miles text box, which is this one, has data that cannot be converted to a double, so if the string cannot be converted to a double, then it basically breaks out of this if to the end of the block, because since it's checks the condition, if the condition is false, then remember the whole if is going to get skipped to the outside of that if. So here, in this case, this else block will get hit because its closest matching if is this one, not this one. So then a message box or a dialog box is going to show up, and then it's going to say invalid input for miles. So hopefully that makes sense. Same thing is going to happen. So basically the first one has to be okay to get to the second one. So you have to go through, you have to make sure this one that you have proper data for the first text box before you're allowed to get to the second one. That's just the way it was coded. So as you can see, it basically wants you to enter that one first. I don't like the way this was designed. It's better just to have them separate, I think. But that's basically it. It won't even let you really enter. Well, yeah, so when you click the button, at least, when you click the button. Anyways, that's pretty much it. The same thing here gets checked if double dot try parse tries to pass the gallons text box, which is here. Whatever's in the gallons text box, which is this one, the middle text box. Then if that data in there is not able to be converted, then it says invalid input for gallons text box. So that's pretty much it. So that's the end of the lab. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys liked the video, you can like and subscribe to the channel to support the channel. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.